All right, welcome back, anybody that's been enjoying the series. We're going to finish up painting the four corners here. I've also got to, well, I say painting. I should have finished painting the other day. I think that there just wasn't enough contrast between the brown that I used and the black here, so they've just blended in too much. So we're going to try to, it's brown over here, I think. We're just going to try to mix up a lighter shade there, give it a little more of a differentiation between the two. That way we can see a little more contrast between the hair and the face. I think that'll do pretty good. A little more. Hopefully I have a little more. Hopefully that's enough. Scrape all that in there. Get that mixed as even. Ooh. Orange, orange. I was going to try both, but the bit of yellow that we had in here, so it came together really nice. So, okay. I think that'll work. Yeah, that's a good bit lighter. See, we're going to need this painted. This painted. Was a little bit on the ear. Usually my designer doesn't, keeps colors on their own pieces. This way it's easier to paint. Just slap one color on it, glue it, done. In this case, he's making me work a bit more. I guess it'll be okay to go over a little bit. That's going to be covered up by this piece. See, am I doing that on camera? No. Why would I be doing that on camera? Let's see. No, let's just move some stuff around. Orange paint or something. Okay. Do a couple layers on top, on the top part of the piece. See, that's going to be enough of a color difference. hoping that the underside isn't too dark. So overwhelm the top coat that I'm putting on. Then I'll just have to put more and more layers to compensate. I actually expect it to be done with this and quite a bit more at this point. So to say I'm sweating it, probably wouldn't put it anywhere near the truth. But yeah, I'm feel like I'm a little behind schedule, but we do our best to catch up. The new thing to try to start, well, obviously, but to stream this, a new thing for me. So I know that added to the time, some setup time, stuff like that. I did do some stuff off camera earlier this morning, so uh, wasn't like there's no time outside of that being utilized. That's just not as much. Oh man, I know you can't see. I'm off camera painting her ear. At a better spot for it. Change it. Okay. I don't know. It just feels like it needs to be a little brighter. Even doesn't look like there's much of a difference once it dries. Don't know if the. And it definitely shouldn't be the paint. The paint is definitely got to be kind of pushing through from the bottom. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see how that looks against the black background, or the hair in this case. Hmm. Don't know. I'm almost thinking maybe it does need to come up a little bit more even. Hmm. If I can get a second opinion on that. Just doesn't look like there's enough of a difference. I don't know. On camera, it seems like you can see it pretty well. But, I mean, I think you can see that and that about, well, maybe a little bit better there. Hard to. see. Hi, Rochelle. Welcome to the stream. We were just finishing up the project we've been working on this week. Out of these lines. Let's see. Okay. I have changed a little bit of the color here, but it just doesn't. I don't know. I don't know if that's enough. So there's a little bit of difference there. I might need to go a little bit lighter. End up just right there. There we go. Okay. So again, that's the lighter, and this is going to be the darker. But I don't know. I think there's not quite enough contrast between the two. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Some of this didn't get quite filled in underneath. Paint pen comes in handy when you have to just a quick touch up. Okay, yeah, I think we're gonna try. We'll try lighting it up. Got this orange paint here still that didn't mix in. So let's try to just scoop that in and see. That'll just lighten it a little bit, hopefully. Mix that in what we already had. Okay. So you want to kind of scrape that off. It helps get any kind of the residual paint there. If you don't mix it in, what's going to happen? You're going to dip your sponge in there, and you'll end up getting a streak. You have like a little piece of orange or something on the bottom. It'd be really annoying because then you've got to go back and fix that, and you've got a spot under there that can possibly change your overall color. How much it is you didn't mix in. So, okay, let's try that. I think that might. Hopefully, that's not too far in the other direction, but we'll see, right? And again, we're probably battling with some of the coat coming through the bottom, but Gentle on that real thin part. Okay. Make sure I'm in frame. I'm doing good today. I've been this part. Yesterday I was all over the place. There we go. Yeah, I think that'll work. I'm a little more pleased with that. I'm running out of room. Okay, let's see before I lose what paint I have. These guys. Paint it up. Try to get another put 2 coats on here real quick. I think I have enough for that. I hope so, because I'm pretty much out of that base brown that I was using. Getting there. I'll take a second to welcome anybody that's come to the chat. Still need to find a good way to monitor that, but either way, I'm happy when people are there watching and enjoying. So I appreciate it. Coming down to the wire. Make sure I get the okay. Tricky spots around here that are sometimes a little bit harder to coat. That'll work for it. Oh, come on. Cool. All right. Well, that was nice finding that bit back here. So moist and easy to use. Cool, cool, cool. That worked out. I was worried about running out there and not being able to put this last coat on. It did need that little bit extra. Now, would I suggest pulling it off of your mixing tool? I mean, if you've mixed it really well, you probably won't have anything. But remember, you are mixing with it, so if there's anything that was on there that's right against the surface of the tool, and then you press into that, you're going to get that onto here, and then start spreading it, and possibly make an inconsistent mess that hurts. But in this case, I think it worked out. Yeah, awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, let's see. I think that's all the touch up for now. I do have to go back at some point and get the books, but I'm trying to try to get a better idea. This is going to be a little tricky. Oh, I do need to lighten that so before I call all of my painting done. I did need to correct this. I know, I know. We thought the painting was done yesterday. I was excited. Ready to do something different. Be right back. knock this out real quick. You know what? White is harder to control. Oh, it's got a bigger spout. There we go. Yeah. Now we just have to match that one, right? Something like that. Something? We'll try it. Hey, we just got to nail it once, right? I feel like when I do that, I end up spreading it. No, I don't have the best technique. So. Like while I'm trying to spread it one way, I'm just mixing it the other way, or spreading it out the other way, and end up with a huge spot. Very thin paint that I'm about to run out of. Maybe a little more white. Oh, it's always the hardest to control. That's okay. Let's see. Let's see. I don't think. Hopefully, I'm not scraping too hard on paint. Scraping up the paint at the bottom of my palette here. This is the palette is another one of my designers. Pieces. Just thought it was pretty small for a. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, it's good enough. Does what I needed to. Okay. 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 Chunk of paint in it. Need to clean off the surface of this. That was close. You know, I really shouldn't paint in clothes that I don't want to ruin. I don't really have paint clothes. I know. Why doesn't a painter have paint clothes? I don't really. I mean, I guess you could say I'm a painter now, but I definitely not always a painter. IT guy in a past life. Okay. I keep messing with it because I swear I'm seeing a bunch of chunks float around, and that's not. It'll be okay. I've got something I can pick them out with. Worst come to worst, we can deal with them. And we need to just get on to painting this done. We were going to do the lettering on here white. I think we've decided to just go with black lettering, which, you know, pink in contrast to there, but once you put the white lettering on there, it's just, that's no good. So we're going to switch that over to black lettering. It'll look a little nicer on this one. The other one's going to stay the same. I think it looks nice. Matter of fact, I think if we change that to the black lettering, then it would be a lot harder to see that. So it's good. Little fleck here, a green, blue, something. No, I didn't mix those colors. So yeah, definitely need to clean my palette. Worry about that in the future. There we go. No, I like doing this work. Uh, can't wait for it to pick up. You know, love to do more. Uh, traditional traditional jobs haven't really worked for me. Move that back into the camera. I mean, I've worked several jobs. Don't get me wrong. I've worked them fairly successfully, and by fairly successfully, I mean I wasn't one of those troublemakers. Or always having some issues. I got promotions here and there, and I worked hard. There were times that I got them, and other times when I worked hard, I didn't get it. But yeah, eventually that just kind of let me down altogether, and I had to start doing something else. So here I am, you know, and I mean, ups and downs. You know, I mean, imagine until you're successful, or I guess what you can market as success. You know, it's always going to be a bit of a rough tumble. Everybody needs their jobs for that income. You know, nobody's giving us money to live on for free. Since they're not, that's what we got to do. But I've worked. The last job I worked for quite a while. Uh, Loved a lot of people that I worked with. Really, you know, great people. I'm sure, just like any, there were people I didn't get along with. But you know, I worked hard. Sometimes I got burnt out, and I didn't. Um, but hey, like I said, you know, if you can't, you know, it's like I say, if you can't sympathize with that, then you haven't worked like the rest of us. Hopefully, I'm not being too reductive, but you know, hey, if I am, say something. Have a conversation about it, or just be here for the art and talk about that. I think that looks good. A lot better. I think it'll contrast with these books a lot better. That was really the goal, to grab all three of them. I think that looks a lot better. So, all right. Let's see. I think that's all the painting. Finally, I can get to gluing. I say all the painting. I know I've got to handle the books, but for now, that's done. Let me go wash this up, get all this stuff out of the way, and we can get to getting it assembled. All right, thanks for waiting. I'm back. Let's see. The ooh, careful of that. I saw it on the edge of that pallet there for a while. I guess it finally mushed up against the table there. That's okay. Just don't want it transferring onto anything else. Okay. Did almost forget about the text at the end of the pencil. Can't see it. There's lines etched into here. Some text that all of us are used to seeing at least somewhere on most pencils. It's hard to see, except it's certain. Reminds me of a song that I heard not too long ago. Never heard the band before. Called Moon Teeth, and they have a song called "Awe at All Angles." Awe at All Angles. Pretty good song. I think it would be kind of cool to have some ambiance in the background while I'm painting some of this. At some point, at the moment, as I look into it, due to copyrights and all that sort of thing, not just a straightforward thing. So I don't know. At very, at the very least, I do have a son that makes music. Maybe would be willing to share. I think before I used to mark these out for myself, and I see now I should not have stopped that. Just have to get it in the right. Sorry if I'm being a little too quiet. This definitely takes a lot more of my concentration. especially when I do something as goofy as not leaving myself the marking. That was wrong, as I would have told myself. You're doing it wrong. Okay, we're just gonna have to wing a little bit. I know what I'm shooting at, and I have done it before, so it's not like it's well, that, and at the end of the day. Camera and see that you guys can't see anything because I am. There you go. Nowhere near frame. Let's see. Can I? Here. Still out of frame. Well, I need to work on. I need to paint a target here, right? I think I'm just worried about sticking my big cranium in the way. That big dull cranium. You know what I mean? Right. There we go. All right. Let me know if that there's anything wrong with that. Looks good on my side. Let's see. I think that we have decided we're going to glue this one, or I have decided for us all. We're going to glue this one. Look at this. I just can't seem to stop finding little details. This eye here separated, so I painted the whole thing, and I'm just going to go over and Now it's separate. Easy peasy. Chicken greasy. And let's see. Let's see. I think let's start over here side and work our way that way. Did a lot of this last night, but kind of prep and get it out of the way, but missed quite a bit. Slight haste. This is good that I'm picking these up and inspecting them as I go. But, don't like to be late. But above that, I have to have my stuff look like uh like quality, like I want it. Like I would like I'm making this for myself, you know? Um like we were talking about jobs earlier. I mean, the thing is most employers, it's not going to be all of them, but most employers you find yourself working for, they're not going to be something you care about. Something you just need to make the money meet, the money to make the ends meet. So it's hard to get any satisfaction out of that as it is, and if you can, kind of gamify it, I guess, then maybe you'll have an okay time at some of these jobs. If you enjoy it, if it's something that's passionate about, then yeah, you put your all into it. You know, um, this is kind of something that was born out of necessity, but I enjoy. For me, putting uh, effort into work and producing something that's quality is important to me. I went round and round about things. Wouldn't even start doing some of the simplest stuff until I figured out, well, how do I, at the very end when I'm finishing this, how do I do that so that it looks fantastic? You know, sometimes you just need to jump in and get your hands dirty, and I don't know that that would have necessarily resolved some of it. Some of it, I think, was resolved that way, but I like to have a game plan. I like to know what I'm going for, what the end goal is. And then from there, each then thing that I do, I try to do it faster, or better than I did the last time. That it's a personal pride thing, and I think that's okay, as long as you don't let it get in the way of common decency. There's that pride that some people seem to get. To run everybody over, friend or foe. To bring it back to something a little easier on the palate. Yeah, I mean, I like this because I'm doing it for myself to a degree. The only time I don't like it is when I'm worried about making ends meet. But everybody is right now. We'll say as I'm getting set up and everything. Uh, but last night I was really ready to play some games, but I had a lot of trying to capitalize on this if I can, the whole streaming aspect, and so I still had a lot of setup to do. Had a long conversation with some people about steps forward, maybe even rebranding the channel a little bit. Which sounds funny to do so early, because usually hear that in regards to things that have been around for a while. But this case, it's something that would be early, less disruptive, so easier to accomplish. In other words, so, yeah, I can't disagree with that. They might see a name change. Still related to what it is at the moment, but that might change. Uh, but I do like that collaboration that I didn't. This is stuff that I didn't get to do in other jobs. But a lot of people don't get to do in a lot of jobs, Um, and I think that some instances, maybe a big corporate job is you know may work in some regards for both the people involved and the product. At other times, I think it works at a detriment. There's so many fantastic things that have been around, and then once gobbled up by a corporate entity, taking the life away from it, the soul, everything that made it what it is, life and soul. So, and but hey, do you need much soul to make paper plates? You need much soul to make plastic cups? I mean, arguably you might, but I think those are things that are, certain things that are okay to have in that realm. Of course, the argument is whether or not we need these types of things. That's a different discussion. But for certain things, yes, I understand. We don't necessarily need that, but like take the case of Alienware, and this is probably a lot of anecdotal, so be careful with what you're listening to here, or what you're putting stock into. Definitely look into it yourself. Uh, but Alienware started off as a small business. They weren't owned by anybody like they are now. Dell owns Alienware, so the quality has changed. I remember seeing a box come in with the computer, a personalized name tag, hat, a nice hat. I actually was given that hat and wore it for many, many years. There's many pictures of me running around with that hat. So, you know, wasn't just garbage they threw in there either. They cared, and it showed. What they didn't apparently care about was how their customers would be after they sold the company. Maybe that's not for them to think about. I don't know. I don't know what the discussion is there, but it is hard to see something that you regarded as, a good product, and watch it just go by the wayside there. Now I think they've been doing better with it these days, but like I said, the personal touch is gone, absolutely gone. Um, and this is coming from somebody who currently owns an Alienware computer, so it's not. This isn't, you know, just comes from some other spot, uh, or from some random person who doesn't have any awareness. But yeah, they used to do a lot of stuff. I like that. Um, so, like I said, all that went by the wayside when Dell obtained the company. Let's see. I think at this point we kind of expect those things, but I mean, is that the point? Is that why? In that case, should we be expecting these things? Just gives them the reason to do it. Well, they're expecting it anyway, right? Some of that's what they plan for. The less people complain, the less people gripe, the less we'll do anything about it. The less they'll have to do anything. Let's see. Anyway, move off that. So look at the paper towel here is not actually for holding everything. I know that's you can't really see it, so you don't know. Let's see. Let's back this back up. Let's see more real estate here. Drop that down. I think that'll work. Anybody's having a hard time seeing it, just say anything. I am trying to get better about monitoring chat. I get lost in my own stories sometimes. I don't even finish them. So, yeah. Need to put some audibles in there or something. People pick on me. Push a button to wake him up. Hey, pay attention to me. I'm in chat. Oh, see, that's the thing. I shouldn't even be gluing that part yet. See how fast I can do this. Fast enough that I can still use the glue that's on there. Another thing I'm just doing by eye. Smash it down real good and then still come back. Check and just make sure. I did for my pieces. I'm just making sure that they're even. Spacing around there as even as I can get. Let's see. Yeah. It's usually about the same spacing between the pieces. All the exterior lines and the interior, I guess padding really, kind of like artwork. Anyway, um, it has a little padding between it that should be roughly even. The only spots that are different are maybe the logo and the pencil stripes. About to come up too. The pencil, the bottom of it and the top of it, or sorry, the sides of it are all, on the left side, right side, have the same spacing, but the stripes on the inside don't. Actually, just going to drop this lightly. Press it just yet. Let me get my other pieces in there. Try to make sure. Good alignment. Slowly. So just kind of line that up. Piece down here. Also a little bit of a gap. Press it down. Press it down. Okay. The other side. And it's just a matter of splitting the difference between the two. Now, again, be careful because you may think you've got it in line with this over here on the other side, but your eyes can be very deceiving. Now, loosely lay it there. What I would do, grab another piece if you have it, especially something that maybe fits between those gaps perfectly. So happens. Good. Shouldn't have any rub. Shouldn't even bother the paint. Now, press it. And there we go. Hopefully I'm not getting so low that you guys can hear me. I kind of get really mumbly there as I start to focus more. Let me know. If I am, I'm gonna. I'll definitely try to change it. But yeah, just let me know. If it's fine, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'll be glad you guys can hear me. That way, I can just spend my time focusing. And just kind of place it there lightly. Slide your piece down in to help alignment. Something here looks wrong. Needs to come. Or this one. Come on, sucker. Try to align both of them. And I know one of these is a little bit off. Kind of play with it. Very important. That last one won't be hard because you'll have all the others in nice and aligned. I think that looks pretty. And squishy around. It's going to float on that glue a little bit. So just give it a second as you push it down. As you're pushing the air out and kind of get it more closely bonded with the paint wood. Kind of fill in any of those micro gaps. TM. Made that up. No, I'm just. Anyway, there we go. I think we're good there. Now take this guy and finish him up. That's the most difficult part right there, at least for this section. The letters are not too bad. Even the basketball, like once I did it, um, really not that bad. Kind of get everything lined up initially. um, and then just tackle each piece one at a time. Cool. I think that looks pretty much spot on. I like this is my preferred applicator. So it easy to wipe it off and wipe it off cleanly. Easy to rinse off. Don't have to cut down a bunch of trees to do it. I like it. Every once in a while, I think it's good. I mean, I have a towel here, and I always intend to use it for wiping my hands or something like that. And at some point, I almost guarantee I'll get glue on something that I don't want, and I only have myself to blame, like I'm saying right now. I know it'll happen. It's likely to happen because it's happened so many times. Let's see. Let me go ahead. Use this like I plan to. There we go. And to use it more frequently, but I had pieces stacked on. So that letters. There's the. I think we'll do the logo. Right to left, top down. Huh. That's fortunate. I swore that this was. Oh, you know, I had another one that I did this morning, and I glued it down. It was already painted, but I think I saw that it hadn't been done. I was like, oh, let me do that real quick. I thought that that was this one for some reason. Let's see if I can not make a huge mess of this. Kind of like that. Got to get it quick too. These paint pens are no joke. You're going to use them, just either plan to make no mistakes or be very fast. The latter is probably more useful or productive, fruitful, something like that. At least the color's not fighting me, in that it's not. I'm not having to go over it too much, and doesn't look like I'll have to go over it a second time. So cool. Okay, we're still good on the glue. Get our placement. Hold on just a second. Okay. I think that I glued the other apple to. At some point they got moved around and the apples got mixed up. Just slightly different. Ever so slightly. Okay, just another minute. There it is. Didn't see it there for a minute. Sim. Everybody's still doing okay? Having a great day? Always a great day to just say hey, right? Okay. Let's see. I think we want to go for this guy next. Up here. So, these, yep. Here, top of there, over here, up there, right about y'all. Here, there, here, over here, there. No, ah, there. That's there. Back over to that general area. There. Pieces are right. Okay. Yeah, it looked like the sizes of apples weren't the same, so I went in there to go look at the other one, and then, I was convinced that the other one was the right one to be here. So what did this guy try to do? Even though everything about the other one looked just fine, he could have just cut another one. Oh, this guy tries to pry that one off. Well, I only glued it a little while ago. It can't be that strong. That was incorrect. And now I've got a lot more work. Yeah. I think you can figure out the shortcut, but cut's all right. Nothing short about it. Get in here real quick. Hope everybody's enjoying this. I know it's a little bit different today. Done with the painting. Just doing the assembly now. Everybody's done with the painting. I mean, generally speaking. I mean, most of it is done. Should have some touch-ups and various things. Correct, some color correction. Last minute things that happen. And might not be able to see it. Probably won't be able to see it, but there's actually lines that have been etched into there, so I can still see them after we painted. I'll follow those to stick everything on. Go. Finger can get in there to kind of get most of that glue. Wipe it away. There we go. Perfect. Much as that word can mean anything. Good as it get. Tricky part about that is not moving anything. See, oh, I didn't glue this. Bad, bad, bad. Okay. Uh, so much work to do. Okay. You want to get it done one way or another. Late, I do apologize. But should be quality. I should never have to apologize for being bad quality. Unless I screwed it up, and then yeah, I should have to apologize for that. If I take the approach that I usually take, I shouldn't have. I'm usually a harsher critic than the people receiving the work, and you know what? That's good. That'll put me on the winning side most of the time. Hey, let's see. Hey, it's coming. Whoop. These small ones, man, they can mess with you. They're delicate, but you still have to push them in pretty good. So you can find a good balance there because you still want to make sure that it seals good against the board. Otherwise, those will be the first ones to fall off, right? Let's definitely make sure that anything you have is real thin extrusions and things like that. Make sure you have enough glue on there. I mean, some of the other stuff can be kind of spotty with glue, the bigger areas, but the thin pieces you just need to make sure that whole surface is coated. That's gonna be your best bet. Otherwise, you're gonna have little pieces lifting off. Yeah, this is we'll be finishing this today one way or another. They will not be here after this, so this is the last time I will be um, doing this specific series. But if you like it, let me know. Thinking about doing same thing anytime I have similar type of work, and we'll just spend the morning together while I get everything in order, everything put together. Eyelash, and such. Come on. I know these things are messy. Don't necessarily close perfect at the tip, but just needed to do enough for the hair, right? Got it. Okay. There, that's on there. That's on there. That's on there. But yeah. So I mean, anytime I have other type of work related to, um, this type of business that I do, I will be more than happy to share it. Whether it be painting, uh, assembling some of the stuff that we make. Uh, we do laser cutting. I just like to do, just any kind of project. Like I like to try to fabricate stuff if I can. Um, come up with new ideas for things to a degree. But right now we're just a fancy sign company, right? That's how everybody with a cutter starts, from my understanding. Signs or posters or cups, all the same. But not without reason. I mean, there's always new people that could do cups and want to personalize things. I mean, hell, that could really be said about anything. It doesn't have to be toasters and cups, but you know, find your niche, right? All right, most of that's done. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get the name in. Okay. This can be hard to align, but I think, like I said, if you can just really stick to, you know, get a visual measurement, I guess I don't know how else to put it, of the buffer space around the edge and whatever you're gluing. I think with the lining up the letters, it does make it that hard. It'll make it better if my designer went ahead and lines in there. Let me know where it goes, which usually does happen. I think somebody's been messing with it. Definitely got to be careful. Your eyes will catch the slightest misalignment when it comes to some of this stuff. Yeah, if you don't get it on there right, it's going to look just stands out more for some reason. Boy, you know, I don't mind doing stuff like this though. Quasi perfectionist. I don't know if I could call myself full on perfectionist. A quasi, I could get behind that. This is not enough. Get it with that stuff. Yeah, like this one is just already on there, so you got to be careful. They glue fast. Okay, I think I'm satisfied with that. And part of it I can kind of feel with my thumbs similar depths. I'm by no means saying that I am a highly engineered, calibrated machine. I'm not a replacement for that, but gotten pretty good kind of feeling. Oh, it should be touching about there on the pad of my finger. Oh, it's not. Let's adjust. No worry about is that. I mean, luckily has the outline is the shape of the letter, so that helps guide you a bit. But boy, to say that I haven't worried about accidentally spelling somebody's name wrong, that would be embarrassing. Cool, cool, cool. Coming together. All right. Here. That. Like I said, once you get the rest of this lined up, pick up one piece at a time. You might kind of knock it around, but you've got so many other pieces around it that you should still be able to keep your general frame of reference. At least I'm able to, so what I'm going off of anyway. Unless you're going to hit all of them. Might have a bigger problem on you. There needs to be a slightly different alignment here. Feels like it's fully some and some. Okay. That seems better. And then you're really just fighting with the one piece to align it. Yeah, get everything nice and straightened up first. Pretty good. Let's start down here. I've got not only the C that's already glued, the other two pieces. I just have to be careful when I'm dropping that in. And then I still have those as reference. Good. And I think we're happy with that. Now grab the next piece. Just like with everything else, repeat. Out of the way. A little bit more. There, I think. Go with this guy. Okay. And I think I bumped a couple of them a little bit, but got the other ones for reference, so not worried about it. As long as I'm quick enough, I could maybe do some final adjustments if needed. Just to fine tune. Really, because that first piece is going to be on there by the time you get to. I like to do the ones down there. You already pretty much have a good starting spot. It's easy to see. Easy to see where it's supposed to be. Even if you move the other ones a little bit, kind of regain your your footing, I guess. Your positioning back from. Good to close up some of this here. That already pretty much in there. That's it. It's good. It is gold. That's done. So see that pretty well. Now it just needs to be sealed, which I'll be doing after this. So you guys won't really see it. Maybe I'll take some pictures and try to post them in some kind of way. But yeah, they will be out the door shortly thereafter. So Uh-oh. I'm not sure what happened there. Give me just a second to figure it out. Odd for both of my cameras to stop. Okay. Well, I lost my face cam there for a minute. Yeah. If that fixes it. It did not. Hmm. Well, let's see. Strange. Why is it not working? There we go. Strange enough. All right. Let's see. Go. Okay. Let's see. Wait. We need to get better about. I need to have a timer that goes off. Says address chat, address chat, address chat. I think I'm just used to nobody talking to me. I mean, not that anybody's talking right now, but you know, I'm not even looking. How would I know? Yeah, what's weird is, see, she has lines for that. There's lines for the butterfly. Weird the things that she gave me lines for, but then took them away. Why? Why don't I deserve them all the time? Let's see. Go ahead. Drop that one. tiniest pieces on this one. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Okay. All right. Okay. Probably the smallest piece. This tiny little earring thing. I told you. They're after me. There we go. Okay. She's done. Get her name. That way. Reference. Letters always seem to go down pretty easy. Too much issue getting those lined up and pressed on. Especially when you're a little artsy, cartoony, like, you know what I mean? Like it's not got a uniform um, what would you call that, starting position at the bottom, whatever. Everybody's a little bit different here. And that's cool. Gives me a little bit of leeway. I'm fine with that. Again, welcome to anybody who's joined since we started, or however you would phrase that. I don't even never pay attention enough to know. But welcome anyway. Feel free to ask any questions. Right. One more there. Okay. Okay. I feel like there was conversation around that. I need to make sure that I can go with that color. Apparently, the flower was supposed to be a different color. I didn't catch it till well after I was done. So da, 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 da. Cool. Let's say I thought there was something missing. It was the flowers. There we go. That looks better. A little dirt or something there. Probably glue for my fingertips. Probably just go ahead and rinse that off. This will be the last couple things that go on there. Need to make sure. Let's see, I think we're good on that. I just need to. Okay, these are all going to be painted white. Those are going to be a little trickier. These I might be able to with a paint pen. The darkness. Well, no, no, no. I want that reversed. Well, shucks. Now I don't know what I want. Mm-mm. I think I was mixing up books. You do all one color for one, but then the other color for the other. Yellow one there and a dark purple one there, and. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, let me get this rinsed up. It's drive me nuts. Be right back. Fix a drink real quick. I'll be right back. Yes. Yes, Teeter. The flower is still orange. Trying to see if I can keep it that way, but it tells me I'm going to end up having to paint it. Walk away from your. I respond to you. You don't even know. I know we talked about this flower color last night, and I sent Rochelle a message, like asking her if I can get away with it. I think it looks so much better that way. What green am I supposed to? What green am I supposed to do? The like. Yeah, I mean, I could go with. I could see the apple. Right. That's weird. I, colorblind. I mean, I could understand like if it's a step and then that's the case. You should have planned around a different color. That's okay. You don't know. You don't realize I'm bone. I just did. I wasn't boneheaded. I thought the apples right, but no, it's fine. Mascot, and apple bite taken out of it. Did whatever you do. Bite like yeah. So it looked like it was wrong. I grabbed the wrong ones. I went over there. I can't. I finally grabbed my scraper, which while I was doing that, it broke off the stem, and so those tie off as well. And it's not a flat surface because God forbid it's actually layers. So I'm sitting there like, oh god damn, I got to scrape all this down so I can apple in this. I'm sitting looking at it again, and then I bring the other apple in. How much do you know? Like, cut out for the guy's help. Yeah, you know? The other one has it. Oh, god damn it! And I walk back in the room with the other apple, and it was like, I guess, god damn it! I destroyed the other door corner trying to get off of the apple. I ripped the apple off in layers. I can try to go. I can go. I can. I just got to make sure that I like all the damage. Like, oh, it's like well, I'm talking about the. I well, no, but there's not a level. Most of it okay. Part of it's no longer level. Trying to get off of it. Breaking. I can salvage it. That won't hurt. Especially in, oh, especially in. All right. Well, let me. I don't know about the so books, and I just thought about the books. You're like, we made a decision. Not right. You're like, oh, we'll just do all these black and all those. No, but the problem is the yellow one is dark blue and green one. Means that if I paint both of those, if I do those both black, those are going to be harder to see. Knowledge part's going to. So now it's like, well, I even have colors. Because the problems are the light pink, yellow don't go with the white. Blue and the purple don't go with the black. Well, I know, but this line is approved. Sucks we didn't. Yeah. Well, luckily most of them. I say, luckily, most of them I lines I have solid paint. It's 1 o'clock. I mean, it's not going to be. It's 1 o'clock. No, it's 1 o'clock. I haven't even had lunch yet, and I still have to put together a whole door corner and fix all these other things and spray them all down. I don't think you're like you're not. I guess you're not understanding what I mean by it's 1 o'clock. I understand. I'm just explaining to you. I cannot possibly do everything and have it finished. I can't. It sucks. Yep. All right. Love you too. Bye. All right. Give me a second here. I have to get something to drink. I should probably take a moment to get something to eat, but I think I can push through at least the gluing that I have to get done, right? Most of it. Okay. Let's see. So for this, we can move it aside for now. It's basically done. Just need an answer about the flower. Is that it? Flower? Ah, and finish the books. Okay. Other than the books on this one, I hope yeah, I'm just telling you, just one problem after another. Huh. Not understanding the idea to not do the shoes. You did everything else at this point. Why not the shoes? I don't design. I just make. Okay, that's not entirely true. I do some designing, just not this piece. You change some stuff here. There we go. so small it stuck to my finger. I don't want to be a part of it. Help me. Help glue. Come for the art, stay for the puns. The tiny ones, they're just so hard to deal with sometimes. There we go. Edge of the bat there. One of his hands. Okay. The other one. Whoop. Almost too much glue. Take much. I have to put some kind of markers or something to remind me where I need to put my hands or something. I can see there are lots of times you guys cannot see what I'm doing. Just don't notice it until I look over there and that's already been done. Another baseball cap. Top of the Just get that sandpaper out again. There we go. That'll fix that problem. Cool. Now, let's glue the correct side. Cool. Sorry if there's a lack of engagement. Ready to get this one done. I think I only expected a couple days painting, lasted longer, but that was because there were delays that I wasn't expecting. So definitely expected to be basically already done with all this at this point. I mean, and usually, I'm pretty good about that. But I mean, in this case, I mean, there's still a couple questions we even have. So, I mean, comes down to the wire, comes down to the wire. Um, Not ideal. Point is that it gets done, and to specifications, to the desired. Oh, God. I need to find a way to get this glue off my finger faster. Anyway, just gonna get it done. We are going to get it done. Is that me trying to issue out some cope for myself? I don't know. If it gets done, we know that. I guess we'll never know. Looks nice. I like the way that comes. Let's get tennis ball. Let's put the soccer ball. That looks good. Volleyball. Okay. Golf ball. Blue every time. Think, oh, like, oh, it's not on that finger. I haven't touched it with that yet. Oh, I most certainly have. As long as you get out pretty quickly, and that depends on the temperature and humidity in your environment. But usually, if you get it pretty quickly, you don't have much to worry about. All right. I think we're good. May go over the back of the netting there with the black pen just to make it stand out a little bit more. Um, but yeah, I think that's going to be about it for the stream anyway. I know I've got these books to put on here, but that's there's actually quite a bit I've got to do to these at the moment. So, and I've got to try some brushwork that I've not really done. I think I jokingly said these are going to be done, and well, as you can see, they're not. So, um, they uh, they did. It was attempted, and I got most of the way through them, but I had to repaint this one anyway, and it was just difficult. I think it was just getting late, and it was hard to stay in lines for some of this stuff. So that's fine. We're gonna go back through, touch that up, and then get those added on as quickly as we can. But in order to do that, I'm gonna have to do that off stream. Like I said, not something that I'm used to doing, so we'll save you guys the expletive laden dialogue. No, I don't think it would be that bad, but we'll see how it goes. And like I said, hopefully I can at least get a picture to share. But other than that, I sure do appreciate any of you who joined and enjoyed the journey through these door corners. And yeah, hopefully next time we do something like this, or if it's get enough interest, and you guys want something like this, we'll do it again for for the next times that we do it. You know, maybe I'll give it another shot or two. Either way, different projects, but we'll see. Anyway, thanks a lot, everyone, and have a good one.